Hello, hello. It is Pippa from Ocean Time, and it is Sunday Fun Day. Hi, I'm back. I am back home after a whirlwind Hawaii, Vegas group cruise. Epic time. So, welcome. If you're watching the replay, stick around, say hi, do not be shy. I will reply, and you can hear a bit about my trip. Hey, Dave, Matthew. Hello, hello. Tom, I am back. I'm exhausted, and I'm going live after this with my Ocean Time crew. So, Matthew, stay tuned for that. Gotcha live. What are you doing up at this time, sir? Exactly. Love the shirt. Thank you. A very nice friend of mine, Twankster, gave it to me. So it was this or the Qantas pajama. I've got my Qantas pants on. Not that I went business class. I just get the pajamas because I'm lucky like that. Andrew, good evening. Cherie's in the house. Hello, hello. All right, let's get into it. Let's turn that off. Hopefully, maybe my best friend will call me and we can go live when she calls. That will be cool. All right. Where can I put it? I just want to make sure that I see it if she calls. First things first, I surprised my husband. I went business class from Brisbane to Sydney, freaking fly points. So that was a nice surprise. He did work it out the night before because I was in the car with the kids and the kids knew and he didn't. And we were trying to get him to think about it and click. He couldn't really get it, but he got it in the end. Hi, Tracy. I hope you're very well. Pascal, hello, hello. Lovely cruising with you. Lovely to meet you, finally. So very cool. Vanessa's in the house. All right. So we went to Hawaii first. We left. There was an hour delay from Sydney direct to Hawaii, Honolulu. Flight was easy. We had one of the worst seats on the plane, but we made it work. It was fine. Luckily, we had 4 seats, like we're in the middle, but there was a seat next to me that no one was there. Not that it made much difference if there was someone there or not, but it was fine. I did not hit a jackpot. I can't even, no, like probably the biggest like one win I got was like $90, but it wasn't a jackpot per se. So, but I was there every time going, come on, jackpot Pippa. Hi, Ange. In Victoria at the moment, Granny's duties, missing the Brisbane warm weather. It is beautiful and warm. I did appreciate that. Saying that, I got in at 5 this morning and it was a bit breezy. Robert made it. Robert, I'm exhausted. How are you? I can't believe I was more hungover yesterday, the day before, than you were. Matthew has 44 days till his next cruise. Lotto this weekend then. Yes, please. It's cold in Perth. Oh, Perth winters. That brings back terrible memories. So we left Sydney at 9 o'clock at night, got into Hawaii at 10, 11 a.m. The flight was easy, as I said. I don't know if I slept much. Maybe if I was very lucky, an hour and a half. I'm always so excited when I go over that I can't sleep. But it was nice that it was only like give or take 10 hours. So we went straight to our hotel. We got an Uber. I am with Optus. I've got a deal. It cost me $10 a day, not the $5, but it's fine. And turned that on, and we got an Uber. It was less than 30 American, and went to our hotel got there around, I want to say around midday, and got straight into our room, which was fantastic. Great view up on the 33rd floor. Not that it was high, but it was high. And did someone say shots? No, Robert. Well, you just did, but no one said shots anymore. No more shots. Oh, dear. Dave, how many Irish car bombs were there in the pic you posted for the pub crawl? I want to say 30. Definitely ended by the end of the bar crawl. There was easily over 30 drinks being made. Yeah, 26 to 30. Or that might have started at like 20, 22. And by the end of it, it was like 30, because I didn't have one. I did not do Guinness. No way. What hotel did I stay in Hawaii? I stayed at the Holiday Inn, and it was perfect. I loved it. The room, you do not have much room to move around your bed, but I didn't need it. That was fine. The shower was magnificent, very powerful. It had a bar fridge. It had a microwave. It had oh, I need a drink. It had a kettle, I'm pretty sure, and not much hanging space, but I didn't need it. The biggest thing I must say, though, being Hawaii, then Vegas, I just didn't really unpack. And maybe I didn't pack accordingly, as in putting certain clothes in a certain packing cube to, okay, that's just what I'll wear in Hawaii, and that's just what I'll wear in Vegas, kind of thing. Because it's pretty much just shorts and T-shirts and swimwear. Whereas on a cruise, I'm wearing a different dress every night. It's different packing. So I wasn't used to that again. So lesson learned. So like I said, we got straight into our hotel room, which was fantastic. We dropped our stuff off, and then we went and explored. We went down to the beach. We saw a huge, like 80-centimeter long turtle, like 3 meters from the beach. Like, we went up a jetty and it was right there. So that was fantastic. We went to Cheesecake Factory. We walked around, and look, at the beginning of the end of the day, I loved Hawaii. It was the first time I'd ever been there. It is my type of town. There's pineapples everywhere. Did you know this? I loved it. Fresh pineapples too. So Holiday Inn, we were there for 4 nights, and it was the cheapest we could find anywhere. It's like 3 blocks back. It's at the very sort of west end of Waikiki. Would it be nicer to stay in the middle? Yep. But me and my husband don't mind walking, so we got our walk in. That was fine. Definitely we're always looking for happy hour. I don't know what has changed, but prices are just through the roof. Tipping is just crazy. Like, we're just giving money out. I was like, I can't wait to get on board the ship to stop spending all my money. Like, even though, like, I'll tip on board the ship for drinks, but we were spending easily $150 a day just in food, and we don't do breakfast. Like, just before you know it, probably, and drinks, I guess that's included. But yeah, spent a lot of money on that stuff. What people don't know is that all those shots at the bar were yours. Which one? The rainbow one? The last one? Tracy, all the hiking in Hawaii, did you relax? There was one morning where we hung out by the pool and relaxed. That was very nice. We hiked Diamond Head, which was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Originally, we were going to walk to Diamond Head and then climb it. And we woke up late. I slept through, I don't know if I slept through my alarm or I mucked it up, and we were late getting up, and we had to be there by a certain time, like 8 o'clock, and we woke up at 7:30. So we didn't have enough time to walk there. So we got an Uber. It was $10. And after we hiked it, I was very grateful that we didn't walk and then hike. What we did was we hiked and then we walked back into town, which was beautiful, fine. So that was very cool. That was me when I got off Ovation in Hawaii. Crazy prices. Yeah, but like crazy prices as in just, I think, the American Australian dollar, just inflation, like, excuse me. You go into the ABC store and you buy a salad for $12 American, and you get 2 sodas, and then you have an afternoon snack or something, or you have a happy hour, and that still costs you $50, and crazy. Cherie, loved Diamond Head. So glad you did it. Oh, that's fantastic. Yay. So we also went to Pearl Harbor, and Pearl Harbor is free per se, but do your research. If you want the headphones, that's going to cost you money. If you want a guaranteed over to the memorial, it's $1, but you can book it before you go, so you get a time slot, or you can just turn up and you might just have to wait in line or wait longer. But then if you want to go and see a certain ship, submarine, the air museum, they do cost extra as well, though. But the Pearl Harbor, like, I guess, information, that's free. But what we did was we went in the afternoon because I thought it would be quieter, which I think it was. It wasn't that busy. And we did it kind of backwards. We didn't realize we did pay for the audio, but we thought it was just for the, what is it? We thought it was just for the boat, not the submarine. So anyway, we just went and we did the submarine first, and then we came back, and then we realized that there was a whole museum of the submarine. So it would have been
Arizona.
Now I'm confused. Arizona was why I'm thinking. Pearl Harbor Memorial was amazing. This year went back again because the sub wasn't available last October. Looks like you had an awesome holiday. Thank you for sharing. Always. Hi, Sean. Hi, Andrew. I know. It's like, I'm sure he's not listening to me. I'm sure he's not watching me. So now, anyway, so we did the submarine. Why have I got Missouri in my head? I've got Iowa. Anyway, so we did the submarine. Then we came back and we realized that there was a whole museum for the submarine. And so then we went around and looked at that, which you should look at that first before you go on the submarine, because then you know more what you're looking at. I'd been on submarines before, though, but it still would have been nicer to see that. But also, we thought, like I said, we had the audio for something else, but we could have had it for that, and then that would have been even way better. So then we had a little bit of lunch. Then we went over to the memorial on the boat, came back, then did the museum. And again, it would have been better to do the museum first before we went over to the memorial. But it was a great day. FYI, we took the local bus. It was $3 per person each way. Yes, it took an hour to get there, but you know what? We saw some interesting sights. But I think I was happy with that. Instead of taking, I think it's, 30 to 40 minutes if I got an Uber, which was going to be $70 each way. So I was happy to go on the local bus. Robert, Arizona is the memorial ship. Oh. Tipping for cabs. Oh. Tipping. Can Andrew, if you're watching, and I know you're not, can you bring me in a glass of water, please? Tipping for cabs, shops, tour drivers, tour guides. Really stuffed my budget in Canada and Alaska. Yeah, it just money was going. It just went. So where did you try the door? I didn't try the Dole Whip. I didn't. Even though I love pineapple, I did not try it. Hey, Super Cruiser. Oh, are you really watching me?
Listening.
Oh, you're listening. Oh, so now I can't talk about you? Thank you. Robert, what is water? You're used to seeing it in a hard form. It's called ice, but you should try in liquid form sometime, water. Oh, my goodness. Unfortunately, Matthew, he's doing some cooking. We're very grateful to be back. Sounds like you have airplane cough. No, I've had this cough for a little while, actually. It's all right, Julia. I will be going back to Hawaii for sure. Did same this time. Bus was great for sightseeing on the way. Yes, I agree. Do not get off in Chinatown. We also got a $60 each wiki trolley tour. Hang on, let me see if I've written it down here. So we stayed at the Holiday Inn Express, Waikiki. Where is it? We tried to watch a lot of football while we were away, and certain places said that they would have it on their TV and they had the channels, and it just didn't work out. That was in Hawaii, Vegas, and on the ships. So that was just a little bit crappy. Well, we got the trolley tour. It has the blue line, pink line, green line, and maybe another line, red line. Really enjoyed it. The last day we did the blue line and the red line. Great tour. Great people giving the tours. The pink line is basically just to the big shopping mall, which we didn't really look around much. But I think it was worth, I guess you could have gotten the local bus, but it wouldn't give you the commentary of the tours. Did someone say South Pacific group cruise? Heck yes. Yes, they did, for sure. Book it in October 2025, Tracy. I'm there. Vanessa, next time you're in Hawaii, you need to go to the plantation pineapple. Oh, could you imagine me at a plantation? Yes, please. Did you go to the Christmas shop not far from the Cheesecake Factory? No, I did not. Christine's in the house. Welcome home. Where's my present? All right. So that was Hawaii. Now, because I have to save to spend money elsewhere or whatever, we flew out on the red eye at 11 o'clock at night and got into LA at 7 and then got a flight to Vegas, got in again around midday and got straight into our room. We stayed downtown at the D. It was definitely nothing flash, and it's still costs not hundreds of dollars. I'm sure it did, but they also had a magnificent shower. There was the only thing in the room was the TV. We take a foldable esky, which is very handy. So a lot of American hotels always have ice machines. And like I said, we can flat pack it in our suitcase. And then when we're at places, we can bring it out. Also can use it on the ship if need be. Are you going to post YouTube videos of all your travels? Yes. Not all of them because, well, I will, but some might be YouTube videos and some might be YouTube shorts or YouTube reels, because it's so hard to go, oh, videoing this way and videoing this way, this way, this way. But yes, they will be coming for sure. So Las Vegas was a whirlwind. First day, we got 3-day deuce pass for $20. What I didn't know is that 3-day deuce pass, because we were staying downtown, but we had so many activities on the strip that we really should have stayed on the strip. But anyway, but that 3-day pass also gives you access to any of the local buses as well. So first night we went and saw Carrot Top. He is an institution in Las Vegas. He's very old school. Loved the comedy. My husband didn't laugh. Like, I haven't seen him laugh that much forever. So it was very impressive. And it was a great first night to start. Second day, we did a lip smacking foodie tour, went to 4 different restaurants, I can't even, like, I'll be definitely doing, that's a YouTube short or a YouTube reel. The food was amazing. We would never go to those restaurants. I don't know if I would know to order even the food that we got. So I'm very grateful for the tour itself. It was 160 US, like, give or take. But it was magnificent and I would totally recommend it. The only, not issue, but we did it the same day. After that was an afternoon foodie tour. And then we went and did Marriage is Murder, and it's a cabaret dinner show, and we got food there as well. Whereas maybe we should have done that show the first night, so we got fed that night. We didn't have to pay for that. So that whole day we didn't really pay much for for food, but even the cabaret food was delicious. It was so good. That show was interactive, where we were seated, paid a little bit extra to be involved in it. I would recommend that show as well. And they change it every 3 months. So even though if you've been before, you can go back and it'll all be a new show. So that was very cool. And I'd love to take my kids to that. Then we had 2 days free. Where we were staying at the D gave you free access into Circa, which is a new hotel downtown, and it has stadium swim. It is, it might be the biggest, like, monitor TV screen in Vegas, but probably not because everything's so big. But I've definitely posted photos, maybe in my private page, but it was magnificent. It costs normally, if you just want to go there, it's $20 to get in. But again, it stadium swim. So we got 2 drinks, 30. Oh, hello. That's all right. You're all good?
Yeah, I just got the photos.
Okay. 2 drinks, $28, and then we tipped $4, so $32 for 2 drinks, American. So what's that? 40 something Aussie. Like, the drink was really, really nice, but oh my goodness. So they had these, so I was like, I'm taking my cup. I paid for it. I'm taking it. And then as we were walking out, because in Vegas, everywhere, when you leave a hotel, they have cups everywhere because you can just street drink. And so I went, you know what? I'm taking more because I want to get some money's worth. So you need the drinks package in Vegas. Well, I think the first time I went to Vegas, I had a drinks package actually. But if you sit at the tables or sit at the machines, you do get free drinks. But oh my goodness. So last night we went to the magician's study. Now, the magician's study would be the one that I would recommend the most. Like, I would recommend seeing Carrot Top, like I said, the foodie tour, marriage is murder, but the magician's study, that's number one that I would recommend going to in Las Vegas. It's by invitation only. It's hard to get tickets. You get given code words, and you don't find out where the venue is until the day of the show. But it is spectacular, magnificent, and I paid. It's an intimate room, around not even 50 people, maybe 40 people, 40 to 50 people. It's up close magic. It's great, a great show. And I think I want to say 160, but I think it was like 190, and you got to sit sort of front row and you get to help out in the magic after seeing the show. I wish I'd paid that extra, but times 2, and there's always next time. So, but I would highly recommend the magician's study. And I can't really post anything about it because it's so secretive. Like, you can't take photos. The magician has a mask on. You don't know his name. You don't know who he is. But there's a catch. And so I took a photo in the magician's study, and then after I took the photo, they came out and said, there is to be no photos taken. And I went, oh, oops. Okay, so then we hired a car, and we won't do this again. We've done it a lot. I've been to Vegas, say 5 times. I've only flown out of Vegas twice. So I've driven out 3 times. I like driving in America. It's cool. We picked up our hire car on the Sunday, and the key said Mustang. I'm like, oh, okay. We go, it's a red Mustang, like the Mustang sporty looking. Like, that's not what I asked for. I just wanted a normal car. So then we got up at 4:00 to drive to Los Angeles, or the port of Los Angeles, St. Pedro, to join the ship that day. So we had an early night the night before. After the magician's study, we basically came back to the room and went to bed, and maybe got 3 hours sleep. So I wouldn't recommend that either. We got up early, we drove. It's fun. I enjoy it. We were coming down from the mountains and there was clouds everywhere. That was a bit freaky. Saw snow on the mountaintops. That was cool. And then the typical LA traffic. But we got there, we dropped the car off, we got an Uber to the port, basically got there at 10:30, and we were on board by 10:45. It was welcome. Or maybe we got there at 10:45 and was on by 11. It was 15 minutes from curb to on board the ship. So the first one was 4 days on the Navigator of the Seas to Catalina Island and Ensenada, Mexico. We'd done these ports before. It was like going home. It was awesome. Catalina, with Robert and Moira, we just hired a golf cart, went around the island. That was cool. Then Ensenada, we did a tour, the Margarita Mexican Madness, and you got taken out to the countryside. You got shown how to make salsa. So that is what my husband is doing right now. He is making traditional salsa from scratch. Like, I would never even know how to start to make I'm so excited. I cannot wait. So very cool. And then it was unlimited margaritas, and they were like, and then we went and did tequila tasting, and I've learned all about tequila now. I can drink it. We had 6 shots in about probably, I want to say like 12 minutes, 15 minutes. There's a knack to drinking tequila. I did not know this. So, and I would, again, highly recommend that tour on that cruise. It was fantastic. And it was only like 60, give or take. Again, I'll look it up when I post these videos. That was Australian dollars. So definitely worth the money. And then we did 45 minutes of shopping downtown Ensenada. And the tour guide she was awesome, magnificent. Just really friendly, joking, really, really good information as well. Then we did 7 nights doing the Mexican Riviera. We went to Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta on Royal Caribbean Blog's group cruise. And that was a highlight. I've been wanting to go on a Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise for the last 5 years. So finally, one being sort of closer to Australia on the West Coast, I was like, I'm there. And the people. I've met Matt before. It was great to see him again. Great guy. But it's just the people. And I worked out that it's like crew. So when I worked on board and you hung out and, you work hard and you play hard and, they're just a great bunch of people. And that's what group cruises are for me. It's like their crew. It's just that people are there for a fun, awesome time. I don't see any more comments. And I know when I say that, people go, oh, we're listening, but I just don't know if the comments are coming through. So that was a little bit of my cruise and review. I want to, yes, Matthew, 125 days until the hot group cruise, Halloween Ocean Time group cruise. If you want to be involved, I don't care if you've booked it already, if you've booked it with anyone, if you've booked it with me, well, that's fine. But please check out oceantime.com.au to find out how you can be a part of it. Now, I went shopping on board. Like, I love Royal Caribbean logo and everything. And I would see these. Is Tom still here? Because it's Tom's fault. He has like Ovation. Did you you haven't been on Quantum? But I see people wearing these jumpers, and I'm like, But you know what? If I was over in the States and I had a Quantum or a Ovation one, even though I guess it's in Alaska. But anyway, I'm going to wear this very proudly down under. Do you know what also, though? For the crew, because the crew will see me wear it and they'll go, oh, you've been on Navigator? I was on Navigator. Tom's still here. So thank you for making me get that. Robert's micro-leaping. I don't blame you. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to have some salsa and then I'm going to bed. Lene's in the house. We are just here taking in all your information. Very good. We're here. Okay, cool. Enjoying hearing about your trip. Oh, thank you. Tracy, I wonder if we will ever see a ship like that back down under. I think it will have to come. I was surprised to find out that Navigator is going to Singapore for a dry dock. No, not dry dock. I think it's wet dock. I think that's what it was. Next March, April. So let's just tell her to stay over here. Yes, let's do that. I'm down with that. So I also won, me and my husband, just two people, won trivia. It was a really good trivia. It was sort of like a mind bender. I can't remember any of the questions, but it was like the answer was a secret. Like, I can't do it justice. What when you have it, you want to tell, but when you tell, you don't have it, a secret. Something about, an envelope, a stamp, anyway. We won, and this is what we won. It's a cup and a stress ball. And do you know what else, which I thought was ingenious? They gave us a booklet for bingo. So you know what my husband did? He went and spent another $60, $80 to play bingo because he didn't want to play with one little square. So very smart, Royal Caribbean. And it cost them nothing. But saying that, I would have liked a highlighter and a keychain. But, How was the captain's corner? Well, there's a story there as well. On every cruise, there's, something, there's an issue, there's something. And I wouldn't do it justice, but it was like, I don't know, like say Luigi Sanchez or something. So I don't know what day it was of the cruise, but it started at about 3:00 in the morning. And for every 20 minutes, half an hour, there was an announcement for this Luigi Sanchez person to come to guest services. I don't know how many times the name was called. We were lucky that our speaker was not working in our cabin, and it was only like the outside, like we could hear it, but it wasn't in our cabin. Apparently, people had it in their cabin every 20 minutes, half an hour, from 3:30 in the morning to about 7. What happened was it was a teenager and they were trying to look for them. People thought, they're going to start doing a Oscar, which is a man overboard. But the thing is, with that, they wouldn't know. It would be too late. It's sort of like it's 6:00 in the morning. You've started looking for him, since 1 a.m. or something. what do you do? Another thing, so the first question at the captain's corner was, how much is that kid in trouble? Ha, ha, ha. But they were decent questions. Kids asked some good questions as well. Can't remember them, but they were good questions. Way better than other ones I've been to. Thank you, Joe. I like my shirt too. Thank you to Mr. Twankster. But the captain also said that if it was one of your family members, you would want the crew to look for your family member if they were missing. Also, someone said, well, don't you have security cameras? Can't you look for why couldn't you just look for the person? They didn't know where to start looking for the person. So that was never going to happen. If you could say, oh, at midnight, they were in the windjammer or something. Oh, okay, that's the starting point. But, they didn't know where to start. So, Robert, I lost a lot of beauty sleep because of Leanne, hello. You don't need beauty sleep, Robert. Stop it. So, while we were on board, there was an announcement of Utopia. Now, I have no idea what Utopia is, but I got the cups. It's an Oasis class ship, and it's going to be 3 and 4 nights out of Florida. What am I going to do with that? Nothing. Leanne, how was my holiday? It was awesome. All right. Beautiful MJ. Look at that. It goes, it's a, what is it? A lanyard. And it's got Coco K on it. Very cool. Can't get back into focus now. Oh, where's John? There we are. 20 days until you're on a cruise. I love it. But, so do you know what this is? It's actually for your phone. So you hook it on. Actually, I'll take that off. But you can't buy it on board, and you can't, and so you put in your SeaPass card in there, and it carries your phone. And then that's your lanyard. I loved it. I loved it so much that I took a photo, and I was just always commenting on him when I saw him, and he was so beautiful, and he gave it to me. So I will treasure it. I love it. It's very cool. And you can only get it at Coco K. Like I said, they don't sell them on board the ship, which I don't know why, because they're awesome. And they come in multiple colors, aqua, orange. I can't remember the other color he said, but very cool. Now, a cruise wouldn't be a cruise without the $10 specials. So, and I wasn't going to buy anything. And then I saw these. Do things that make you happy. So I had to buy them. And they're together. So I think they were $15 each. As in, like, that's together. That was $15. And then there was this. It's a pineapple. And then there's this. Pineapple off my eye. So together again, they were both $15 total. Very cool. And then, Robert, you got a towel, I got a towel. So really nice quality. Love it. Tassels. Happy with that. And then I don't want plain ones, Matthew. I want Royal Caribbean ones. Is that what you're talking about? That? And then while I was away, well, I got this. It's funny. I never knew how heavy these things were. Oh, I could put Ocean Time on them. I like the sound of that, Matthew. You need another suitcase to bring back your shopping. No. So I take over things knowing that I'm going to leave things behind. I will admit I had 3 articles of clothing. Yes, sir. 3 articles of clothing that I didn't wear my whole time I was away. I would definitely pack a little different, like I was saying, land vacation to a cruise vacation. Yes, it'll be different in Icon. But when I go over for Icon, I'm pretty much just doing cruising. So it will be back to normal packing just for cruising. But I got that in it. So this is a milestone. You're on your way to the top. Congratulations on your milestone achievement and thank you for your loyalty. Isn't that pretty? It's a block. And like I said, I had no idea how damn heavy they were. Leanne, I've talked all about it, honey. I did Hawaii, Vegas cruise. Can't really. You can see the word navigator, kind of. There we go. And then when I got home today, I had this, which is it's slightly different color, but it came with that. And a lot of people have got them this week as well, which is great. That's pretty. And then you can turn it around. You just have the ship. That's cool. And then the next one had no card, no protection, unless my son took it out already. And, but yeah, they're heavy. I haven't seen my son yet. He's just come home, so now I've got to go. But ovation. Now, this is just me, and who the heck am I? All right, it's my opinion, and it doesn't count. But, and I don't want to see Alaska. I would just want the ship with ocean. I don't want the glaciers or the snow. That's just me. And like I said, I don't count. Ooh, which version do you prefer? It's a great question. Let's get them out. Let's compare. I've only gotten these recently. Hang on, let's do it that way. I don't know. Yeah. Which one? I think I do prefer this one. It's easier to see if you had it displayed. Whereas this, you'd have to have sort of something behind it. I don't know, to see it. But I think that's pretty. It's striking, and you can see it immediately, and you know it. But they're damn heavy. Speaking of which, also, thank goodness someone told me, because when you go through security at the airport, this shows up like, they said, like lead. It's a blocked out block, and they freak out and they're like, show me what that is. So I had it separately ready to show them, because maybe I put it in the wrong one. But I had people in front of me that were taking up a lot of time. But so be it. Love the block ships. Told you can buy wooden stands for the blocks from the US. Oh, okay. I think you showed me. I think I might have seen it. But now, like, that's what I mean, because I've seen, is it where it's the wooden block, but it has the words on it as well, Robert? Because, like, you don't need words. I think that can just sit somewhere. I think that's pretty enough. That works. Which do you prefer? Who prefers the old version, the clear blocks? Let me know. Who prefers the old version? Old or new? Oh, and Robert, by the way, I reckon we are probably one of a handful, if not just the two of us, that has these cups in Australia right now. Tracy likes the old ones. Leanne likes the new ones. One for one. Let's go. Old, new. I said new. Anyone else? Got 24 people here watching. Clear, Valindal. Got my first last from Quantum. Nice. Read, you can customize the stand with words or dates or achievements. Oh, that's cool, Robert. I get that. Matthew likes both. Andrew likes the old one. New ones likes the new. Clear, old. Oh, I've run out of fingers. Oh, old's the winner. I want a block but prefer old. Yeah, sometimes it's like, I'll take anything. I just want one. I was just impressed to actually get it in the mail. Like, that's got to cost them a lot of moolah just to ship, you know, rather than, oh, we'll give it to you on your next cruise. All right, well, that is me. I am done and dusted for another week. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I am so grateful for the people that I met on that cruise that I was just on. It was funny. People were putting out their luggage, and you know how people say, oh, it's the saddest time of the cruise because you put it out. You're like, I wasn't sad at all. I was so grateful and happy that I had the cruise, that I was on board. So you know what? Just go out and enjoy life. Look up a cruise. Check out oceantime.com.au. Check out the upcoming group cruises. It's going to be epic. Robert, great Utopia cups going on eBay. Well, no, Michael looked them up for me. I don't think there was any, but maybe we should do it in Aussie. They do that. Some people don't leave them. They do that so people don't leave them behind, or they do it so the people do leave it behind? Because, like I said, I had no idea how heavy they were, and I don't blame people for like, I'm not taking that in my luggage. All right, guys. Thanks for being on board. See you later.